app is promising to give parents more control over their kids' smartphone. Now, we all want that, but this is something different. Zift calls itself your screen time parenting ally. It tells parents what their kids are searching for online, and then it alerts if they're searching for things like drugs, weapons, suicide, pornography. Now, on Quest Means Business, the co-founder told me all about it.
The key that I want to underline is that the primary function that I set out to address in co-founding this company was the screen time. That with children on 5 to 10 hours a day, I'm worried about their health, their mental development, and that is a primary purpose. But equally interesting is making sure that you understand what's happening in their world. Because if they are somewhere for 5 to 10 hours a day, and we're all busy, you need to understand what's happening in their world. But you don't want to be a spy. You know, I don't want to capture every piece of information.
And yet it seems a bit tempting because it seems as if this app does kind of allow you to spy on your children. And I mean spy in intrusive ways that perhaps they are entitled to their own privacy as well.
Well, I would agree with you. They are entitled to their privacy, which again is why we try to go through lengths to not capture information, to not show text, to not read all of their information. The way this actually works is that a piece of artificial intelligence sits on the child device. It scans websites and will just give you an alert to a category. So you're not actually, looking at everything they see. You're not reading every text they read. What you're getting is an alert if they've spent time on sites that describe how to kill yourself painlessly, or drugs, or guns, or violence, or porn. So you get general categories. And remember, it's up to you, the parent, to decide your parenting style. So depending on the parent, you can set it at different levels, and your child can gain trust. And we're dealing with kids from age 7 to 16. They're very different problems. So my advice is you start young when they get the first phone. And that's why we're trying to time this release with back to school. We make a lot of promises.
It's been a huge controversy. Some schools thinking of just banning the phone outright.
Yes.
And that's been an issue as well. I want to talk to you a little bit about the business side of this thing. I would think there would be low barriers to entry for competition for you at this point. And there are a lot of apps that kind of do this that parents already use.
Well, the reason that I approached this was I couldn't find the right solution for me. So I have 4 children. I'm raising 1 child with autism, so he has some very specific needs. There was always a tantrum or a fight. Some of the things that I tried are cumbersome. Some things required a lot of work. And we set out to, number 1, do something that could be free. And number 2, something that doesn't require the parent to learn to do something or put a lot of energy into it.
So you think that will be your competitive edge there? It's free and plus it's easy to use.
It's very easy to use. In fact, there's a family feed that would remind you of a Facebook news feed. And it's like just staying in tune with what your child is doing. You're not putting parental controls in place. You're not setting 100 parameters and having to touch their phone every day.